You can look at the beginning of this video that I'm going to play to you. You can see you got a herd of buffaloes, and y'all know what's going to happen. You know the story. The lion, they hunt these buffaloes down, they kill them, and then they eat. They feast. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? You got all these buffaloes, and the buffaloes are huge. They're very huge, and they're running. And we know what's going to happen, right? We think we know exactly what's going to happen. But every now and then, you get one. You get one buffalo. You get that one that's not going to be afraid. You get that one that's just, you know what? Enough of this, okay? Enough of this. I'm tired of running. Okay, let's do this. Let's go. And now to this buffalo who understands, wait a minute. I don't have to be afraid. What does this buffalo do? This buffalo is ready for a fight. This buffalo is seeking out the fight. This lion really don't want the work. After the buffalo figured, you know what? This animal or this, being moves just like I do. We walk on the same planet. We walk on the same earth. Isn't that something? This buffalo had the nerve to do what the other ones wouldn't do. But see, now, here's the analogy. This is where it all comes in. See, watch real carefully. See, this buffalo is fighting. This buffalo is defending herself and her young. She's doing it. And now the lions appear to not be as dangerous as they thought they were. They don't appear to be. Because this buffalo took out 3 of these lions, went all down to fight these lions. And now when the aftermath is over, when this buffalo already established the fact that, hey, you know what? I can do this. I got the skill to do this. Here come the other buffaloes now coming in to help. See, it's very ironic now, in the aftermath of the Cyborg Holm fight. I'm finna point something out to y'all that's very, very telling. And you guys are going to see the analogy. Stay tuned. All right, LDBC, this is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Combat Sports Show Live. Okay, folks, all the fighters that you see on the screen, they're skilled professionals. They're very skilled. They train hard at what they do. That's about the only thing that they have in common. Okay, the fighters on the left, they're different from the fighters on the right. And I'm going to start out with the fighters on the right, more so Holly Holm. People can come out and they can point blank say that Holly has, she's 1-4 in her last 5 fights. You can say that all you want to, but nobody on God's green earth, and I don't care who you are, I don't care if you're a fan of Holly Holm or you're not a fan, you can't question that Holly Holm doesn't have this. Holly Holm has a lot of that. And the reason why Holly was in this fight, because she had a lot of that. There are points in the fight that I knew that Holly probably just didn't want to take anymore. But it's because that she has that heart. It's because she took it, she rolled with it, and she finished the fight on her feet. See, Holly Holm has this. You know what? A lot of the fighters on the right, they don't do a lot of talking because they have this. You see, when you have this, then everything else doesn't matter. See, nothing else matters. Because, see, when you have this, nothing else matters. It doesn't matter about the payday. When it's all said and done, it doesn't matter about who the opponent is. When you have heart, when you have heart, nothing else matters. You want to push yourself to the brink. You want to do whatever you got to do to get that win. And some people ask, where was Holly Holm? Why didn't she do a post-fight interview? She always does it. She had to go to the hospital. Folks, I'm telling you, with a beating that severe, you have to go to the hospital. It's not that Holly didn't want to face the fans or the media. Of course she would. In all her losses, she always faces the media. But in this fight, she took a bit more damage than was expected. Nobody on God's green earth can question the heart of Holly. You can't question it. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do, what your background is. When you see Holly Holm fight, you can't question the girl's heart. Okay, you cannot. And see, the people on the right, you know what they are? The people on the right, they all have a lot in common. Believe it or not, their fighting styles are all similar, and there are 2 more that's going on the right side too toward the end of the video. Their fighting styles are they're different, but they all have that heart in common. You see, Holly remind me of that lone buffalo. That's who Holly Holm remind me of. And, all the other buffaloes are running. Every last buffalo is running, but then there's that one buffalo that said, forget it. I'll take the fight. I'll take the fight. I'm ready. Okay, I'll fight you. And that you saw that lone buffalo. That buffalo just sat back and said, nope, enough of this foolishness. Okay, it's time to fight. It is completely time to fight. I'll fight you. I don't care if I'm outmatched. I don't care if I'm not the strongest. I don't care if I don't have your power. I'm going to fight you. You see, the fighters on the right use heart. Their logic is heart. But see, the fighters on the left, they use a lot of this. See, I told y'all these fighters, I made videos telling you that these fighters, when Holm fight Chris Cyborg, I told y'all that they're going to come out the woodworks. They're going to start running their mouth. They're going to start making Twitter posts because they don't use a lot of heart. They just keep using this. Megan Anderson, she was the first one. Then Amanda Nunes. See, they use a lot of this because they don't have heart. They don't have heart. You know, they can argue with me and say they got all the heart in the world. But see, the more that you use this, okay, people are going to figure out that you don't have this. You see, people are going to always know when you don't have this. You may say one thing, but your actions tell us that you don't have this. That's what it tells us. You see, and the more that you talk, and the more that you want to talk behind the scenes, the same analogy is when I invite these guys to come debate with me live. They do it behind the keyboard, and they keep talking behind the keyboard, is because they don't have this. Amanda Nunes, boy, I knew Amanda and Megan, I knew they were going to be the first two. I knew they were. You see, notice that the fighters on the left, they have something in common. When these fighters on the left, when they feel like that they can be in control of a situation, they go after it. But when they think that the situation is overwhelming, when they really think that the situation is not in their favor, they tend to back off. Like Amanda Nunes. Amanda Nunes had an opportunity to fight Cyborg. Dana White, they would have put that fight together. It would have been a big fight. But she said, no, I'm not going to fight my Brazilian sisters. No, it's because she don't have a lot of what you see on the right, the heart. Megan Anderson, I don't care what her personal reason is, because you know what? If people didn't want to excuse Amanda Nunes for having sinusitis, then I'm sorry. I'm not about to sit here and excuse Megan Anderson. Okay, I don't care what her personal reason is. You had the opportunity. The fight was even signed. Okay, they were signed to fight, and the fight didn't happen. So Megan don't get no pass. Megan Anderson ain't getting no way out. I don't care what your personal reasons is. The fact of the matter is, you're a professional. You're supposed to fight when they say fight, and you didn't get the fight going. So there's no explaining it. Jermaine Durandam completely just said no. Point blank outright said no. Okay, Julia Budd, point outright said, nope, I'm not going to fight her. I'm not getting in there. You know why? Because, see, these fighters on the left, they keep using a whole lot of this. They keep using all of this, but they don't have enough of this. See, they don't have a lot of that. You know why they don't have a lot of that? Because, see, they're like those buffaloes that's running, But then when the smoke clears and when they feel like, oh, okay, when they felt like the lion was vulnerable, now here come the other buffaloes coming in trying to, do what they should have been doing anyway. No, see, what Holly Holm did, she took your shine. And if y'all think Holly Holm, even losing four fights, if y'all think that she's less marketable now, no. Holly Holm is on the launch pad, even at this late stage in her career, because she'll go down as the only woman. Okay, where Erica Pace submitted Cyborg early in her career. She'll go down as the only woman to go the distance with Cyborg. And see, these other women, they'll never have that opportunity. Maybe Megan might have the opportunity. But see, they won't be the ones that did it first. Because instead of using heart, they were using this. See, they used this because they had a lack of this. And that's just the way that is. That's just the way that is. I look at this side over here, and I look at Cindy Dandois, who called out Cyborg for months. Okay, Cindy Dandois called out Chris Cyborg for months and months at a time. And you know what? The fight never happened, never materialized. And Cindy texted me. I mean, look, she didn't text me, but she messaged me today saying, I want to fight Chris Cyborg. She said it straight up. I mean, I got the messages right here. She said, I want to fight Chris Cyborg. LaToya Walker for 12 months, for a year, LaToya said, I want to fight Cyborg. I interviewed LaToya Walker. And that had to be about 8 months ago. LaToya Walker said, I wanted to fight Cyborg when I was active. Still to this day, LaToya Walker would come out of retirement to fight Cyborg. She would do it. Then Dandois called out, still calling out, called out again today. But see, Dan Dwyer, they get a pass because they were already calling out Chris Cyborg before this went down. Now you got all these people on the left. And Jermaine and Julia, no, they ain't said nothing yet, but they will. See, give them time. Oh, they will. I promise you, they will say something. And you know what? When they come out, it's going to be too late for them. See, the jig is up with these people on the left. The jig is up. They don't have heart. They can tell you, you can come on here, well, Megan, because, no. See, Megan already had the fight signed. Megan said she had some kind of health problem that she didn't want to disclose. Well, Amanda Nunes had a health problem. She did disclose it. Sorry, no pass given. And then when you look at Kat Zingano, I tell you what, Kat Zingano may not have had a whole lot of this, but Kat Zingano darn sure has a lot of this. Kat Zingano was calling out Chris Cyborg. And I'm talking about Kat was calling her out like nobody. Kat said, give me the fight. She was telling Dana White, give me that fight. I want that fight. Kat Zingano was straight up about it. She wasn't playing. I want the fight. Marloes Coenen. Tell you what, they try to discredit Marloes Coenen. Marloes Coenen also has a whole lot of this. She done went more rounds with Cyborg than anybody. She went seven total rounds between two fights. Huh. See, the jig is up with these people on the left side, y'all. The jig is up. You know, they can't come out. I don't care what they say. They can say whatever they want. They want this fight. It's too late. See, they allowed Holly Holm to take their shine. They allowed it. And what did Holly do? She stepped up and rise to the occasion. That's what Holly Holm always tries. Even if she lose, even if Holly Holm has a terrible fight, that's okay. But see, she's gonna step up to the plate, and she's gonna have heart. Holly Hart took over in this fight because Holly was getting outmatched. She had heart. These people on the left, they don't have heart. They don't have it. It doesn't exist. And you watch them fight, when they always feel like they get overwhelmed, guess what they do? They become passive. They always fight, but when they feel like they dominating the fight, they got a lot to say. And that's just the way that is. Shout out to Holly Holm for having a heart to take this matchup. And to the ones on the left, keep talking. I'm done. Subscribe to the Best Women's MMA platform on YouTube.